such an asshole.
$100 minimum super chats today, not because I'm a prick, because I am backed up on a bunch of requests. Here's a request. Hi, Aaron. Submitting another request after several months. Just keep my name and location city anonymous. I've been working in the quantitative financial analytics for many years. Not many, but enough that you would be senior level. I started model intensive roles and forced my way up the chain to more data infrastructure management positions. I'm currently a good ranked level at a large financial firm, which is the worst place to work. Not your rank. I'm just saying a large financial firm, worst place to work. The complexity and interest in the work I do has decreased significantly. I spend my days doing menial work instead of actual analysis. That is the story of my life. I think that is the story of every analyst, researcher who's ever worked in finance. You are never the first job I had out of college, I was an analyst. I didn't analyze a damn thing. I was just sending out faxes. It was clerical. And this is one of the main reasons I tell all of you, it sounds like you came more through the IT side, whether you come through the IT side or the accounting financial analysis side, you never work in finance. There's no reason to work in finance. It is, let's go over it again. Bankers or finance type of guys are lazy, unintelligent people who want engineer salaries without engineer works. They're the dude bros. They're the wheelers and dealers. And they will wheel and deal 65, 70% of the time to be at a point of unethical behavior, if not outright illegal behavior. Whether they go to jail or not is another issue. And so when you go and you work in finance, whether it's a commercial bank, credit union, a top-notch investment bank, it doesn't matter. It's all a bunch of lazy, relatively unintelligent entrepreneur dude bros who are trying to be the big idea guy, avoiding all the work and having you squares and nerds, more modernly quants and analysts, doing the math or the computer programming or modeling for them. It was wheeling and dealing, bro. Get our 7% cut, bro. It is not a shock they can't beat the index. It is not a shock they need a once every 10 to 12 years bailout. You should never work for these people. You should never work in a bank. You should never work in finance. And what needs to happen is and it's kind of happening a little bit where the Zoomers, rightly so, are saying, no, we're not working. But especially in finance, because there is real work that needs to be done. The finance industry does serve actually a critical purpose to the economy. But not until you get rid of these douche canoes. Not until it's not middle school no more. And anyone, this is why do not major in finance. Yeah, great, very interesting. Difficult if you do the math right. I mean, if you're not just like, I got my investment, I got my calculator, bro. It is incompetent, it is middle school, and it is corrupt. And talk about Nepo babies. Fuck that shit. And surprise, they lied to you. There's none. Exceptionally rare cases, but more often, no reason to work in finance. None. That would piss me off. You're that rank and you're doing this menial stuff. That would piss me the fuck off. I've been at this new place for a relatively short time, and so far I hate it. Instead of building models, I'm essentially doing clerical work. Yeah, bro. Like we got Poindexter down there. Ha 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 ha. I told him he'd be like senior analyst. Ha 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 ha. Say, hey, let's go get our dick sucked over in the alley, bro. Ha 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 ha. Wings. Yeah. You're doing clerical work. During the interview for this role, I was told the work would be something much different than what it actually is. The pay is good. That's very good. But the work is trash and the culture is just dead. The company didn't even provide me the technology is equipped for me to do what they originally was going to have me do. I'm still a youngish man, have no debt, over 300K in relatively liquid net worth. I'm married and I do not have a house. I live in a leftist shithole Since the start of the year and so far, I'm not really a fan of it. My question is, would it be foolish of me to want to find a new job back closer with family and friends? My family lives in a not leftist shithole. I'd go to the southern one versus the northern one for reasons I cannot emphasize enough, but I can't list here because it would identify it. Please go to the southern state, please, for me. And while the job market for my industry is not as strong there, I'm pretty sure I'd still be able to make a fine living and get a decent place to live. I'd be targeting jobs that are lower rank, less responsibility, so my pay would probably drop from my significant one to the 130, 150,000 pay range. You can live on that. However, I suspect my standard of living might actually stay the same or go up a little bit due to the significant decrease in the cost of living and taxes. I'm just sick and tired of constantly sacrificing my own personal life to chase this career I've been doing or going after for several years. I want to stop moving all over the leftist shithole area from job to job and just settle down somewhere and live my life. If you were me, would you sacrifice the strong job market earnings of the area to move back to be around family and friends? Remote work from my current employer is not an option. Yeah, but you be leaving this employer anyway. Am I crazy for wanting to stop chasing the employer train for more and more money slash title and just settle for a job I like doing at a place like I like doing? No, you should continue doing what you hate. Um, I'm all for doing what you hate for a while, but it's to get free of them. Arbeit macht frei. And you have a pretty good fuck you fund. Like if you were just starting out and dude, bro, I'm making all this money and they're having me paint the pencils. I'd be like, they're paying you how much to paint pencils? Shut the fuck up. Paint the pencils. But you got the money. They lied to you. They're dude bros. The environment and the culture also sucks. I guarantee you this firm ain't going to last that long if they're doing this type of shit. They probably have employee retention issues. They're probably not going to be around. And Neville is going to be a sinking ship. So and if it's not a sinking ship, they'll sell, brah. But then guess what? Oh, we merged with whatever. More duder broer incorporated. And they fired off all the less duder broers. This is not a place to stay, but you've made your money. You got enough. You can do this. So you've put in your dues. Now you don't have to tolerate this shit no more. Am I crazy for wanting to stop this employer? I've been slowly coming to the realization that this career fight simply is not worth it. I get a lot more personal satisfaction about doing interesting work. Well, yeah, no shit. Don't go all the other end snorting up white girl blood. Okay. Don't be going, I'm not happy. Well, you're never going to be happy. No job that pays well is fun. So don't go the other direction. I get a lot more personal satisfaction about doing interesting work, spending time traveling. Oh my God, you are doing the white girl blood. How many times I would tell you boys not to do that? And having a comfortable lifestyle. I also really do not like living in a large metro area. Thanks for your time. All right. And I asked you, how many hours a week are you working? And you didn't respond because you typed in your email the wrong way twice. Instead of .com, you put .clm. So I don't know. But here's the deal, dude. Yeah, you absolutely should. I'd go back home to the other place. I wouldn't do it right away. Make sure you can find a job. Immediately start interviewing. You have no allegiance to these people where you're currently working. None whatsoever. They lied. They always lie. I'm telling you that so that you know to stop looking for jobs in finance and banking or whatever, thinking that somehow they're being forthright and truthful with you. So I would go to the other place in a field where you get enough money, which if you think you can land, say 140,000, that's more than enough for you and your wife. And I'm presuming your wife works too because you guys didn't mention kids. I'm going to assume you're working 50 to 60 hours because you're complaining about how much work you're putting into it. And you got enough money that if push came to shove, you could fucking leave. You could walk right now if you wanted to. I wouldn't advise that. Looks like we're entering a little bit of a recession here right now. So I would land a job first, in some kind of employment. See if your wife can also land a job because, again, I think there is a recession coming. We're kind of already here. But yeah, in the ideal world, you land a job, wife can find a job later, unless she's making $500,000 a year or something. Then obviously she focus on her. But yeah, get a job, move. You've made your money. You saved up $300,000. That's especially at your age. You're not even 30 yet. That's perfect. You're doing great. I would almost say you have fuck you money. I'd also make sure some of that was invested in retirement savings. So let's say you put 200,000 in the retirement savings, let that grow. That should take care of your retirement. So you're in great shape. So you got $100,000. If you're living with family, they're kind enough to let you live and not charge rent. You could last 5 years. Not that you would. But all I'm saying, if they start giving you, like, if they start becoming abusive, which does happen in finance, just walk. And like send an email, like, and don't give them 2 weeks notice. Absolutely not. These are the assholes that, yeah, we fired you, bro. You're fired. Like, you give you 2 weeks. Yeah, you're fired. You do not give them a 2 weeks notice. You email them, you email them and you CC yourself, or I don't know, maybe your wife, some third party, so that you have proof that no, I was not fired. I quit. And just say, grab your shit, or the key stuff. Maybe, leave a little bit of unimportant stuff at your desk. And then some Friday you go home, and then, you grab all the important things. And then the second you get home, you CC an email, to someone. So you have got a backup, email yourself, email the boss, say, yeah, I quit. Not coming in Monday. See you. Bye. That's it. There you go. But it would be ideal if you had yourself another job lined up. That would be ideal. But generally, yeah, you got enough, you can leave. Be done. I mean, heck, if you and your wife could stay with family a little bit, I go work as a bartender. I don't know what your wife does, but I got to imagine you guys could get by just fine. And yeah, and then I would not apply. I mean, go ahead, apply for finance. If that's the field you're in, all right, but expect kind of more of the same. But if you can make it to a different industry, I'd do it. All right. There's no Yeah, see, y'all keep doing these $2 I'm not reading them. I told you $100 minimum. You guys are just poking the old Capmeister here. All right, more on the way. See you guys later. Toodles.